Hello, Aries. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome to your June 2024 tarot reading. Can you believe it's June? Happy Gemini season. Let's tap into your energy and see what narratives or storylines I can share with you. What might be coming in for Aries in the month of June? The Lovers, the Three of Cups. All right, this feels like gatherings and celebrations where if you're single, you might meet someone that you really connect with on a more like intimate, maybe romantic sparks fly, that sort of romantic level. You might be introducing your significant other to family, to friends, really focused on being social. I feel like we're going to see the Lovers card a lot in these readings because it does represent Gemini energy. And sometimes with the Lovers, I think this does have to do with romance for a lot of you, but sometimes with the Lovers card, it does represent sort of our inner masculine, feminine, that inner duality that exists within all of us. So, I guess you could view it as the dark or the light, the masculine, the feminine, the active versus the receptive, however you want to say it. And yeah, I mean, with the Knight of Cups, this feels very romantic, Aries. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, tell me more. I think this person, or I'm going to say the Knight of Cups, I'm not sure if this is you or them, or possibly both of you, a blending of energies. I think this Knight of Cups sees into the future a little bit. Maybe in the sense that they are very tuned in or tapped in psychically, but I also think they envision a future with you. Even if this is some sort of collaboration that doesn't necessarily ring true for you in the romantic sense, it feels like this person sees a lot of potential in you and wants to potentially put you in an advantageous position. It's like they may have some sort of power, or I'm hearing the word dignity. That's almost like astrology lingo or language. But they may have some ability to sort of help you level up or raise you up to be seen. If this has to do with, I don't know, like marketing or visualization or promotion of some kind, it's almost like they give you a little boost. They give you a lift up or a hand up, or I don't know, maybe a hand out. Maybe they're willing to back you financially. I'm not certain all of that's going to apply to all of you, but yeah, there's something about this Knight of Cups is able to offer you some sort of leverage. For some of you, there's a message coming through of meeting a significant other or a future romantic prospect through a friend. And again, that's sort of what I mean. It's almost like there's a middleman that's helping you to accomplish whatever you're looking to do or desiring. There's not a lot of force behind this. It feels very organic. It feels very fortuitous and divine timing. But it seems like a very lucky connection. So tell me a little bit more. All right, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Yeah, this very much feels like a fairy tale type scenario here, Aries. Nine of Cups. Some sort of connection that you're making in your life is making the people around you very proud of you. I don't know if you're necessarily feeling super seen or praised or admired by family members, coworkers, friends, but there's something about this connection where you're very deserving of it. You've put a lot of work and time and effort into yourself, into your hobbies, into your life, into your work, into your projects, and it's like good things happen to good people. It is sort of what I get. And there's someone around you. This almost has like a paternal type vibe to it, a father figure, a mentor figure. Even if it's your best friend, it's someone who it's like, they've been a mentor to you in a sense. It's like they're tremendously proud of all you're accomplishing right now, and they definitely back or support this connection that you're making either professionally or romantically. Again, for a lot of you, it's romantically. It feels like you're introducing your significant other to your family. Maybe there's engagements, maybe there's proposals, maybe there's some sort of significant moment that you're celebrating in a coupling or in a partnership of some kind. And I'm not sure this person is directly involved, but it feels like this Nine of Cups is someone giving you praise or wishing you the best of luck, but also with this idea of like, man, you've really earned this. Like I just keep hearing like, I'm so proud of you. There's something to do with that. This feels lovely so far. Tell me a little bit more about this Three of Cups. Something with the word sisterhood is coming through very strong. So for my Aries, whatever gender you identify as, It might be that you grew up with a lot of siblings, a lot of sisters, a lot of female energy. You may naturally gravitate towards having a lot of female friends. Yeah, something about celebrations among sisterhood. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it seems positive. A lot of feminine energy are celebrating and excited. There could potentially be news of pregnancy. That's not the main message coming through here, but it feels like female energy is very like, oh my god, like they're just dying on the inside. They're bursting with enthusiasm, and like there's a giddiness, there's a giggliness, there's something like there might be a sharing of a big secret. So maybe metaphorically, the idea of sharing the news like, hey, we're expecting or we're pregnant or something like that. It feels like that, but that's not necessarily like the actual message coming through, but it's that same sort of energy in the room. Like you can sort of hear a pin drop because everybody's on the edge of their seat. They're like leaning in, and again, the more psychic in tune people are already anticipating what the news is. There's other people that are completely blindsided and mouth dropped open to the floor, just like, oh my god. But like there's such a celebratory energy here. Then you have Three of Pentacles. So yeah, this is working to establish. I feel like you've already have established greater stability for yourself in the last 3 months or so. That being said, the race isn't over yet. And I don't know if I want to phrase it as the race, but maybe I'm channeling Aries energy, so that actually makes sense that word would come through. But with the Three of Coins, it's like now we have more plans to establish here. It does feel like, again, you're getting the upgrade or you have more leverage to do something now because you're in a new chapter in your life, and it does feel very partnership oriented. And so because of that, maybe you have joint resources and finances coming in which case maybe you can, move into a bigger home or a bigger apartment, or maybe you can afford that thing now that you couldn't before on your own, or there's some sort of benefit to having collaborations. Something about from March to June. I don't know what that is, but that timeline, I don't know why I'm getting that. It's so random from March to June. So yeah, and I mean, we're in June now. So looking back on, the last several months, maybe that's going to be significant to some of you anyway. And I suppose for some of you that would have included your birthday season, right? Well, actually for all of you, end of March, early April, for those who have Sun in Aries anyway. Yeah, there's some sort of project that you seem excited to work on, but it's like a slow and steady effort. It's something that you can't kind of throw all your energy into and expect miracles overnight. This is like a new undertaking, though it's not totally new. From familiar territory, from familiar, tools, or however you want to say it. But yeah, there's maybe a new approach, or again, new money. I mean, you're like beneficiary or benefit, or something about new money being thrown into the pot where you can actually maybe make this better. Maybe some of you got a raise, maybe it has to do with salary. It could be something like that. I do see people for those who are not work from home, if you see your coworkers and that sort of thing, often it does feel like maybe some of you are getting a raise or a promotion. You're feeling very admired and seen and appreciated by your coworkers. Maybe you're introducing your coworkers to your spouse. There could be some sort of mingling, connection, networking event going on in terms of work stuff. It could be that you're connecting with some sort of mentor who's really going to shape your career path, your trajectory forward there. Some of you, it's something about the food or hospitality industry, or something to do with making of alcohol, or like brewery, or I don't know. Maybe that's just where your networking event is. I don't know. For some of you, though, it has to do with like the food industry, or opening your own restaurant, or again, something to do with hospitality. Planning a wedding too. I could see that, like, planning the catering and the music and all that is, anyway, not for everyone. A lot of threes, so progress is being made here. Definitely, progress is being made. Tell me a little bit more about this Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. So fire and water, interesting. This almost feels to me like the passage of time and recognizing the ways that you've grown, Aries. There's like a maturity factor here. You've always been kind of soulful and spiritual, but you seem to be leaning into that more. I would imagine, especially for Aries rising, you have Neptune at the very nth degree of Pisces, right, in your 12th house. So and it's been there for quite a while, but undeniably impactful, right, when you have Neptune in your 12th house for that long. Not that you sense it immediately, but again, it's been there for a while. So there's something about your soul journey, your soulful journey. There could be a lot of reminiscing about your past and about your childhood. There's almost something a little bit lonely about this Page of Wands. And I think you're feeling very receptive to sort of the gifts of this person or this collaboration, this connection in your life. Because this is a weird way to phrase it, but it's like they make the loneliness go away, or something of the sort. I'm almost wanting to pull something on this. It seems like you had to live in your mind as a child. Like you had to, you had your own vivid imaginations and fantasies in life. And it's like you always sort of envisioned having that playfulness and that dynamic with someone, but maybe you never quite found that perfect connection, or you never quite had a great outlet for like a very playful soul, a very playful spirit. Some of you may have even lost a sibling when you were younger, or didn't have siblings at all and always like yearned for that connection or lacked that connection. Even if you did have a sibling, maybe you had a sibling that didn't acknowledge you. There's something about you had to go at it alone. That feels very Aries to me. There was like a responsibility in a sense for you to maybe be independent and be, I don't know, maybe self-sufficient. Maybe you had a lot of responsibility early on, or whatever it was. But this feels like a connection that has finally found you. And I don't think it has nothing to do with fear. It's not about like, I have to hold on to this so tightly because I'm scared I'm going to lose it because it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I would argue, I do think you're like, wow, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. But I think the universe is wanting to acknowledge, like, through your own hardship or adversity and feeling a little bit lonely or isolated, you made good on that path and made like an active effort to try and be the connection to other people. And, you didn't necessarily isolate or go into hermit mode, even though you could have, even though that could have been a narrative or a trajectory that was a mainstay. Taking some sort of risk on putting yourself out there and being bold, striking out, being courageous. I think that's really important. It really is paying off for you in multiple areas in your life. With the Three of Cups, it just feels like you're really well supported right now. It feels like there's love and connection and harmony with a lot of relationships in your life right now. Not to say everything is perfect, but I mean, yeah, for those who are single and looking, this feels like romance is imminent. It feels very good. Others of you, again, wedding planning is coming through here very strong. Introducing your spouse to like a significant group in your life. Maybe it's your best friends from childhood. Maybe it's, again, co-workers. There's something about mingling with people. And there's almost like I don't know what this is and why it's coming through, but there's like a bittersweet energy here of reflecting on the past and no longer kind of, it's healed wounds, long-standing wounds about feeling lonely or isolated or not good enough. It's starting to sort of crack that thing open so that you can finally heal it. And it does come, parallel to the timeline in which you're meeting this person or really connecting with this person in a strong way. There's a healing energy. And don't get me wrong, it's not that you're attributing it to this person coming to rescue you. You've had to rescue yourself. You've already done that. And I just think the universe is sort of acknowledging that and just how far you've come. I love that. Let's try this alchemy deck, the Wild Unknown Alchemy. I don't use it often, but not because I don't want to. It's a beautiful deck, so let me try and shuffle it. Probably this is why I don't use it, because it's a weird deck to shuffle with this like hexagon shape, but we'll see if we can get anything for Aries. I'm gonna have to learn how to shuffle this. It's already awkward. All right, let's see. The Despicable Face. Let's see. Oh, now I know why I don't use this book. Oh, look, that was already in there. Interesting. I feel like, should we read that? Yeah, let's do it. Because the L's throw me off. The Roman numerals throw me off. All right, let's try this one. Breath. There is no more direct way to practice alchemy than to study pneuma. I don't know if I'm saying that right, or pneuma. We all have access to the mystical phenomenon known as breath. It occurs at every moment, gracing us with the gift of existence upon the physical plane. If alchemy, as is suggested in this book, is the merging of physical and mystical, then this card serves as our ever reliant bridge. It is the magical within us. It is the expanding and generating life force that animates our life. This card may appear simple, but it is not. No matter how advanced you are in studying your breath, if you need this message, if you heed the message of this card, you will find it has more to teach. Bow to it at this very moment, and you will discover the work of revitalization itself. New space opens. Pneuma is your lifelong alchemical ally, stating its love with every inhale and exhale. I didn't know that was in there. That just felt like it was meant to be. We will look this one up, though, as well. The Despicable Face. I have no idea what that's in reference to, but let's see. XLVII. Ooh, I'm right there. There we go. What is hidden, unaccepted, or shamed? The despicable face is never seen. Rather, it is kept hidden to save outward appearances. This card appears when something below the surface wants to be witnessed in order to be transformed. Everyone has their own version of the despicable face and their own reasons for assuming it's an abomination. It could be a buried resentment, an insecurity, or a physical characteristic that holds us back from expressing our true self. Remarkably, once revealed, it is not despicable at all. It is human. It is interesting. What once was thought of as an error becomes an asset on our journey of alchemical transformation. This card connects us to others and humanity as a whole through acceptance. We lift the veil of perfection and reclaim our energy. Honesty and acceptance are the balm that heals the most tender wounds. Oh, I love that. I actually love that. All right, Aries, that's what I got for you for the month of June. Please do like the video, guys. That really does help me. Helps me gain some traction on YouTube, gets those messages out there. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, share the link if this video really spoke to you. And by all means, book a personal reading if you are interested in getting more messages specifically catered to your energy and inquiries. Thanks for joining me today, Aries. Happy Gemini season, happy June, and I will see you soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.